Aloha guys, Scuba Chris here. Check this out, just came in the mail. This is Okuma's SOLTERRA open top. It's an open top frame lever drag reel. And for the size, which is a 10, for the size, it is one of the strongest size conventional reels available. I had one before, I had the 10 before, but after a couple years of hard usage, it literally blew up from the inside. I don't blame it because I probably logged on maybe 800 hours somewhere within there. For years and years, I kept using it, didn't take care of it, but I got myself another one. Now this here is classified as one of the best freshwater and saltwater reels available. Now I was informed that they may be one of the best casters around. Now I kind of came to that conclusion on my own, and it possibly could be a tournament grade caster, but I don't know if anybody who's done that yet. Let's look at the stats, shall we? Bearings. So the bearings is 5 ball bearings, 2 TBs, and 1 RB. Now TB means truss bearings. That's why it gives it that huge castability. Is a truss bearings. There's 2 in there, and the RB. Oh geez, that's a rat. Hold on. Sorry about that. I thought I had a rat running through things, and it just happened to be a couple of things just falling down in the back, so it sounded like rat. So like I was saying, it has 5 ball bearings. It has 2 TBs, which are truss bearings, which gives it that just tremendous amount of castability, and 1 RB bearing, which is a roller bearing. Okay. Also, there's the gearbox ratio is 6.0 to 1. Now, if this is the B series, if you had the original A series would have been 4.2 to 1. So the line retrieve per crank is 41.7 inches or 106 centimeters. Weight is 23.3 ounces, which is not bad for this size, or 660 grams. Max drag, 22 pounds or 10 kilos. This is such a stacked reel. I don't know why a lot of other people are not aware of this. I mean, I've been aware of it because I was casting the 15, which is a monster, for years. The original 15 that's all aluminum, chrome kind of plated, and I was using that for a while. You look at my older videos, you see that this is the second series, the B series. The original was the A. So this is basically a carbonite reel with a magnetic cast control and quick set anti-reverse, all the good stuff, right? Those 2 truss bearings is the reason why you can get such high castability out of this unit. And it also helps reduce the treading force by over 50%. Now this B series was, reason why it's had a different look is because it was redesigned by John Bretza of Okuma. He did such a great job on it. I had the originals. I thought the originals were good. If you look at my videos, I'm using the Monster 15. I mean, that thing was bigger than a 4.0 pin, and I was short casting that off the piers. This is a 10. Is when you go cast it, I'm gonna get to this later, but when you cast it, it just goes. It's just unreal, especially with the two truss bearings. A lot better now than it was before. Too much talk, not enough showing off. Okay, get your bracket, some lubrication, your hardware. Now this is the smallest of the series. The 10 before was a little bit smaller than this. It was a brown one, but it had a magnetic cast control dial on the side. Now this one here, it is, I think it should say on the box, right there. Magnetic control, right there. The one I had before had a wider spool, so it was a different series. But everything is everything is self-explanatory in this. Now, because there's no magnetic control here, your magnetic control is here. So you just have to turn this to the left to ease it off, turn it to the right to tighten it up. That's all. But it has that neural center part. But me, I would still put tape on the side if you're gonna go braid. If you do go braid, so okay, braid capacity. So if I went with 50-pound braid, it takes 550 yards. That's pretty good. If you upped it to 65 pounds, it would take 380 yards. Now, if you want to go mono, 15 pounds. It's kind of a little bit on the light side, but you know, freshwater guys, 15 pounds, you're going to get 460 yards. Now, if you were to go 20 pounds, then it's kind of like so freshwater, saltwater, 20 pounds, you're going to get 380 yards. Now, if you want to go 25 pounds, you're only going to get 280 yards, but anything that can run more than 280 yards deserves its freedom, right? Nice that it came with the warranty card, but you know, now they have to, Okuma has their online service. I prefer doing it online, you know. It tells you about your parts and what everything does, parts list. So, not bad. So, like I said, this is the original B series, the 10 unit. Now, this was designed to be a high-speed jigging reel. That was John's intention, to make this a high-speed jigging reel. This newer 10 unit is a lot better than the A. These are the Bs. It was originally designed by John Bretza, Okuma's director of product development. I think John knew this was going to be an awesome distance caster because he recommended to me this reel a long time ago. And usually the smaller reels of any type of series, especially a jigging series, tends to be high speed. And this is definitely very, very high speed. So for myself, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm either going to go braid or for castability, I'll get more distance on braid than I ever would on mono because of the air resistance. But I tell you, braid will give me that distance. But the thing is that braid is not going to stretch like mono. Braid is just the way it is. It's not going to stretch at all. Mono will stretch. So a lot of times when you have thick braid and you're going for larger fish. I mean, I hooked up 5-foot GT. It's on one of my videos for like 40 minutes, and it was a 50-pound braid, and I fought it in. It eventually broke line because there was some structure in the front of the pier I was on. It dove under the structure, but I got it all on video. I mean, if the structure wasn't there, I would have brought it in. I'm like my friend Mark Gonzalez. We both use braid a lot. Donkey, but we use thick braid. The thing is that a lot of times you feel that the fish when it's diving for cover. Now, a lot of people can just feel it just to the tension on the line and how it's acting. So if you were to use mono, a lot of people don't realize the mono stretches. So you're giving that fish a chance when you're fighting it in to get into that crevice. But if you're using braid, you're going to keep constant pressure on and there's no give, so it doesn't have the chance to do that. So if I do go braid, I'm probably going to go 50 pounds, which is going to be a lot. It's going to be at I think, what did I say? 365 yards, I think it was. So, no, not 360. I'm sorry, I got to look it up again. But I might go 50 pounds because I've done well on 50 pounds before and I'm going to get a lot of line on it. But if I do go mono, it would probably be 25, but 25, you're just not going to have the muscling power of big fish against a big fish. and it's going to stretch a lot. Now, if I went up to 30, there's going to be a little bit more power getting it out, but it's just going to be less lineage. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do. So thank you for listening to my reasoning. Could be flawed to some people, but I'm just basing it on my usage and the areas I go to here in Hawaii. Thanks a lot.